God's call to Abraham marks a pivotal moment in the biblical narrative, setting the foundation for his redemptive plan for humanity. Stephen recounts in Acts 7 verse 2 that the God of glory appeared to our father Abraham while he was in Mesopotamia, before he lived in Haran. God called Abraham to leave his country, his people, and his father's household and journey to an unknown land that God would show him. God's call was clear and came with a set of remarkable promises. Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. However, Abraham's journey didn't immediately follow God's original intention. Genesis 11:31 reveals that Abraham left Ur with his father Terah, his wife Sarai, and his nephew Lot, setting out for Canaan. But when they reached Haran, they settled there instead of continuing to Canaan. Terah, still head of the household, influenced the journey's direction, and, despite God's call to leave his family behind, Abraham allowed his father to lead. They remained in Haran for what appears to be a significant period. During their stay in Haran, Abraham accumulated wealth, livestock, goods, and servants, suggesting they stayed long enough for him to prosper. Terah, however, was not a part of God's plan for Canaan, as noted in Joshua 24 verse 2. Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, long ago your fathers lived beyond the Euphrates. Terah, the father of Abraham and of Nahor, and they served other gods. Ultimately, Terah's influence delayed Abraham's full obedience to God's command, and they stayed in Haran until Terah's death. After this, Abraham continued his journey as God had intended. But even though Abraham finally left Haran, he brought his nephew Lot with him, likely out of responsibility, as Lot's father had died, and there was no one else to care for him. Applications. Trust in God's leading. Like Abraham, we are called to trust in God's leading, even when we don't have all the details. This can inspire us to take steps of faith in our personal lives, trusting that God's guidance is sure. Abraham's willingness to leave everything behind reminds us to let go of things that may hinder our relationship with God or limit our faith journey. Practically, this might mean reevaluating our priorities to align with God's purpose. Abraham's example encourages us to listen and respond to God's call without delay, teaching us the importance of obedience in our daily lives. Abraham's story challenges us to make decisions rooted in faith, believing in God's promises even when the journey seems uncertain or challenging. Abraham was called to a purpose beyond himself, encouraging us to seek how we can contribute to God's kingdom in our lives, trusting that He has a plan for each of us.